Hi you guys, so today I'm finally sitting down and filming my review swatches and just kind of a try on of the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I've had this palette since March, that's when I bought it, and I have not yet had a chance to get into it. So today I'm finally sitting down and getting into it and playing with it. Unfortunately though, I do want to apologize if the color is all off in this video. I'm going to make it as true to what the colors actually look like as possible. Normally I film when it's sunny out, so I have lots of fresh natural light coming into my room. And today it's gray and cloudy, and according to the weather, it is going to be that way for like the next 2 weeks. And I really don't want it to be July before I actually get to play with this palette. So we're just going to jump into it. I'm going to show you everything about this palette. I'm going to swatch it for you. And yeah, we're just going to kind of play around and see what kind of look I can come up with, because this palette is stunning. So this is what the main carton looks like when you get it. And then here is the palette itself. It is beautiful. It's this nice soft camel color. It's got the same packaging as most of Anastasia's other palettes. It's that nice soft rich packaging. It's very nice, but also gets very dirty if you don't take good care of it. Honestly, if you do still take good care of it, it does get dirty. My Modern Renaissance one is... it's not too bad, but it's got some marks on it. The reason I picked this one up is because after the disaster that was apparently the last two palettes, like Subculture, that were just not a good formula at all, according to the majority of people. I saw on Twitter that they were going back to the same formula that they used in Modern Renaissance for this palette, and that's why I wanted to pick it up, because I love the formula of Modern Renaissance, and when I saw that this was more of a neutral palette, I was all over it. So let's pop this open. This is like so new, I haven't even taken the plastic thingy off because I have not played with it. Ooh, and there goes the brush. So of course, like all the palettes, it does come with a brush. I know a lot of people tend to get rid of these brushes. Don't. The ones in the Anastasia palettes are really good. I actually hang onto these and add them into my brush collection, and I love them. These are excellent brushes. They're very good for blending and for packing on shadow, and they're really nice to add to your collection, which is also why I like these palettes for travel, is because the brush does fit right in, and you can do a variety of looks just with the included brush. So let me show you the palette. Here it is. It is just so pretty. I love this palette. These colors are gorgeous. Anyway, these colors are beautiful. They're very neutral. They are slightly, just ever so slightly on the warmer side of neutral, but they're really just gorgeous colors. There's a beautiful mix of mattes and shimmers in here, and they're just really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch these for you guys real quick. Here is Tempera, Glistening, Orange Soda, Rose Pink, Sultry, Bronze, ooh, oh that's pretty, Mulberry, Dusty Rose, Fairy, oh that's pretty too. These shimmers are gorgeous. This one is Burnt Orange, Sienna, Rustic, Cypress Umber, that was a crooked swatch, and Noir. Oh, that's a good black. These are beautiful, you guys. I don't even think the camera is like catching how pretty these shadows are. My arm looks really pretty right now. I'm kind of jealous of my arm. It looks better than I do. All right, so these are beautiful. As you guys can see, a couple of them did have a decent amount of kick up, which is very, very normal for Anastasia eyeshadows. However, I mean, that pigmentation is insane. I have no moisturizer on my arm, no primer, nothing. Those were just straight, clean finger swatches, and I mean, wow. I am even more excited to play with this right now. All right, so I'm going to prime my eyes the same way I've been doing lately, which is just with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I just pop a tiny bit because I do have quite a few veins on my eyelids and a tiny bit of redness. Now, one thing in this palette is there are some shadows that are repeated, like Tempera is repeated. I believe Burnt Orange has been used before on the palette. I believe Cypress Umber has been used before on the palette. I could be wrong on that, but that's just, they sound very familiar to me. And I know for a fact Tempera's been used before because it's in the Modern Renaissance palette. Tempera, Burnt Orange, and Cypress Umber, those three are already in the Modern Renaissance palette, but honestly, in this, I've already hit pan on Tempera because I love that shadow. It's gorgeous with my skin tone as a base shadow. So, oh, don't mind, I still have that weird little patch of dry skin on my eye that won't freaking go away. So, yeah. Anyway. I'm going to start by taking a big fluffy blending brush and going into Tempera, of course. You can see there's, if you're rough with your shadows, you're gonna have kick up. And I am just using Tempera all over to go ahead and set my concealer. Now, I have no idea what kind of eye look I want to do today. Like, I just sat down and I was like, I want to play with my new pretty palette. And I have no idea what I'm doing with it today. So, let's see. What colors do we want to use today? You know, let's build up this crease a little bit. No, I have to go in with orange soda. I have to. This color is just too good. And yeah, if you are a child of the 90s, you know who loves orange soda. And I was just so excited when I saw this color because I love orangey peachy shades. And I've been using them constantly, and they tend to be the first thing that goes out in a palette for me. Ooh, that's pretty. I kind of love doing this when I get new palettes, just going in and randomly picking colors, no specific look in mind, and just playing around with it because it really gives you a feel for how the palette's going to work and function. I'm going to take the brush that this came with and I'm going into, you know, I'm going into Sienna. It's pretty dark. But I want to take that into the crease and see how this pairs with the orange. Now these may not look as pigmented on my eyes as they do on my arm because A, I'm dusting a lot of this off. And also I tend to go very, very light at first, especially when I'm playing with new colors. Okay, this is blending really well. Just need to match this side up. It has been way too long since I have filmed any sort of tutorial, you guys. I need to step up my game here and film more tutorials. I just noticed that you guys have liked and watched hauls and things like that a lot more. Let me know, do you prefer hauls? Do you prefer tutorials? Do you like vlogs better? What do you guys love to watch? There we go. I'll clean this up later. Right now I'm taking the other end of that same brush again and going into Mulberry. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm taking it on the outer and the inner corner. I'm suddenly feeling very, very dramatic today. I'm going to take the other end of that brush and just blend it into that crease a tiny bit, just so everything melds together well. Okay, I am like in love with the Mulberry color. This is gorgeous. All right, now I just want to go in and deepen up that outer corner just a tiny bit using that same brush. I'm going into Noir. I hardly ever use black shadow, but I definitely want to play around with it. So I'm just taking that right on that outer edge. Just a teensy bit. I'm going to very carefully blend that in. I always feel like playing with black shadow is kind of risky with looks because it can either look really, really good if done right, or you can go really goth really fast. And actually, I really like that. I think it just adds a teensy bit of definition. All right, now for the middle, I'm going back in with, not that one, that's the wrong shade. I'm going back in with my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm just going to grab a little tiny flat brush. My neighbors sent their kids out again. Oh, I'm not okay with this. All right, anyway, I'm putting this on a flat brush right in the center of my eyelid. And this is a trick I picked up. I can't remember who I picked this up from, but you look up and where it like lands is where your crease should be. Though that doesn't necessarily work on me because I have hooded eyes. So we are going to take this crease just a little high. So hopefully we can see it. So you know what? Normally I would go in with the pink on a look like this, but I think I want to play with this shade. I think I want to go in with bronze. That is just so pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I love this color. Now I'm going to take the same brush that I did Noir on and just pop a tiny bit more Mulberry on that. And just go back over those edges because we're losing a bit of the red tone. And just blend that in a little bit more. Alright guys, so I did do my foundation before I did these eyes, and I do have quite a bit fall out. Hopefully it will swipe off fairly easily. Okay, so I would definitely recommend, of course, like almost all palettes, especially when you're doing a more dramatic look, do your eyes before you do your foundation, but I'm having like major breakouts today and want my foundation done to be on camera just because my face is driving me crazy. All right, so I was thinking about actually winging this out, but I actually really like the soft look. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this look under my eyes. Okay, so I don't know how long I wasn't recording for. On the bottom, what I did was put Mulberry on the inner and outer corners. And right now I'm just taking bronze and putting it in the center right underneath my pupil. And I'm keeping this all very, very close to my lash line. And I'm using the same brush and I'm just wiping it off in between. I'm going to take that same brush again, and now I want to go in with this orange soda shade because I just love this shade so much. And I'm going to take orange soda underneath those colors and just blend out the edges a tiny bit. It's not super noticeable on camera, but you can definitely see the color transition when you're in person, and it's really pretty. You know, minus all the fallout, but again, that's normal. All right, now for highlight, I'm just taking a teensy tiny detail brush. I'm going in with glistening, which is a bit more of a bronzy toned highlighter. So there's not really much of a highlight in here that I would use normally. This is a wee bit dramatic for a highlight for like inner corner and brow bone. So I'm actually going to go into, for my brow bone, I'm going in and grabbing Vermeer. I wish they did have a more pink toned highlight in the Soft Glam palette, because that's what I like for using on my brow bone, but honestly you can just use whatever highlight you used on your cheeks as well to complete the look. Alright, honestly this look is dramatic enough that I don't think I need to even bother, honestly, with eyeliner or tight lining at all. So I'm just going to go ahead, curl my eyelashes, and do my mascara, and like always I'm using my Benefit Roller Lash. Alright, and my mascara is all done. I did my lower lashes, which I don't normally do, so I'm not sure how I feel about it right now. And if you guys hear yelling, that is my neighbor's kids. They are ridiculously loud. Like, I need to move because they let their kids out, like, even at like 9:30 at night, run around the neighborhood, scream at the top of their lungs, and it's not okay. So, anyway. This eye look, very, very easy to do. It looks complicated. It looks like you spent a ton of time on it, but it's really easy. I am like beyond pleased with this palette, you guys. This is incredible. It was so easy to work with. Even though black was easy to work with, the colors blend together beautifully. Like, this look did not take me that long to do. I am sorry my camera cut out in the middle of it, but it didn't take very long at all. It's really, really pretty. I love that orange soda shade, and I need to finish this up with the lip color. Okay, I'm going to use the NYX Strictly Vinyl in Baby Doll. This is a really, really pretty color, and I think it will go well with this. This lip lacquer is actually so thick and so pigmented that I almost don't like wearing it at full strength. So I'm actually just shearing it out. There we go, and I'm all done. So this is the final look, and overall I definitely give this palette a major, I love it. I definitely really love this palette. I want to play with it more. I want to do some more looks for you guys. I would say, is this an absolute must-buy palette? No, but that's only because I don't believe like any eyeshadow palette is really a must-buy. But honestly, if you're looking for something that's going to be good for day to night, for weddings, for more neutral shades, I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for a good mix of neutrals and neutrals. Mattes and shimmers, I would definitely recommend this. I have found that the Anastasia palettes in general tend to have the best mix of mattes and shimmers that I've seen, and really their shimmers just pop and their mattes blend really, really well. The formula is gorgeous, the blending works really well. I am really, really pleased with this. So I hope that this review and the swatches were helpful for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the look I did with this palette. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. All the links for those are down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.